here in town. Okay, I brought a couple of young ladies along with me, whatever, because the thing is, everybody's talking about self-defense, whatever, but a lot of people really don't understand what it is. The thing is, self-defense is having a set of skills or something you call on as you need, something to go on. For instance, when these young ladies, whatever, is walking into a shopping area or whatever, and someone comes up to grab them and run off with them, whatever, they have a skill set that enables them to not be a victim to be walked off with. So that's
yes, sir.
Ray Nicholson here.
So what we're going to do is start with this
Roy.
I don't know.
So the thing is, the average person comes up
Elaine,
on the
she
street,
knows him.
there should be something you can do about it. So if someone goes and grabs up to walk off with you, whatever, the thing is, think about this. If she pulls against me this way, whatever, she's got 4 fingers. But if she pulls toward the thumb or whatever, she can actually get away from this fairly easy. Not only does she pull back this way, when she does this, whatever, she's ready to strike and come back at it.
In the blue?
So that's one of the things. She's back, ready to do something and deal with it. So this is the thing. Self-defense is about having a skill set to do something with. Should I actually go out there and just bang and batter somebody because I can? No. You actually do what it takes to take care of that situation and move on or whatever. But if that situation does call for someone to strike or whatever, then that's when things kick in or whatever. Because normal self-defense is not necessarily about fighting. It's about using your head to not get in a situation to start with. The thing is, you should have your radar on, the way I call it. If you're walking into an area or whatever and your radar sort of slaps you in the back of the head and says, hey, something's going on here or whatever, and you get a bad feeling about it, you should go with that bad feeling because your subconscious is trying to tell you something. These young ladies, whatever, have been through my class well enough, that's one thing. They get one of these feelings, they'll try to avoid trouble. However, if they can't avoid it or whatever, then they'll step up and do something different. For instance, the human body is easily damaged. That's one of those things that people are afraid, like we were talking about being sheep or whatever a while ago. That's one of those things. Human body is easily damaged, and most people don't really even think about that or whatever. For instance, we break 1-inch pine boards. The reason we do that is that's the strength it takes to break a human rib bone. So instead of us up here breaking and damaging people's ribs, we show a demonstration of power using these boards or whatever. So, for instance, if I wanted to step up like she did a while ago and I pull my arm back to strike or whatever, and she's going to be safe here as well, by the way. The thing is, if I wanted to, when I pull back a while ago, it's this easy to break a rib bone. You can just step forward, execute power into this person's ribs or whatever, and guess what? If you strike someone in the ribs and you break that loose or whatever, especially the lower 2 ribs or whatever are easily broken, that person is not breathing well after this. Guess what? If your opponent is coming at you or whatever and he's not breathing well, he's not an opponent very much anymore. And that's one of those things. Now, you're up here, okay, he's a black belt. He's supposed to be able to break boards this way, whatever. Okay, so guess what? Young lady here that just held the board is 17. So, she's going to step up and do the same thing or whatever and show you that there's actually young people can do the same thing as far as defending themselves.
He's going Nicholson here.
Huh?
Going Nicholson.
She was Elaine. Elaine? For Liberty Lady, she knows him.
So like I say, that's one of those things that, the human body is easily damaged. It's that easy to break somebody's ribs or whatever. But say you really just want to get their attention. Say this person has come up and threatening you, whatever, and you want to actually back them off from you. Well, guess what? The human body reacts straight forward to some things. If somebody's in your face or whatever, you don't have to reach for anything other than your finger. You can take one finger and poke right here and go backward against the windpipe, and the person will back away from you. So if you want someone out of your face or whatever, it's real simple. You just lay your hand in the front of their chest and push upward. And you'll notice she squinches whatever when I do that or whatever. Because you can try that. The soft spot on the throat right there actually does close off the windpipe or whatever. You can take the biggest guy in the crowd or whatever, and you're pushing instead of whatever. The body's normal reaction is to get away from that. That's just one simple way of defending yourself. Okay? So now then, we're talking about hitting ribs or whatever. Guess what the first thing is you probably should do to someone to get their attention, to back them off from actually trying to attack you or whatever. The thing is, the first thing is you want this person to not be able to see you. Hitting the nose is one of those things. Most people think about busting a nose to actually make this person bleed. No, the thing is about hitting the nose, it's just boom, right quick. And it makes the eyes water.
Thing we got here.
If your opponent can't see you, then they're not an opponent anymore. They want to get away from you. And that's one of those things. Self-defense is that easy. Now, granted, it takes practice to be accurate at it. So that's one of those things. When we teach this class, we go over and over things and actually practice these strikes, whatever. The same strike we did to break ribs a while ago is the same thing you do in someone's nose. You take care of them, whatever. Now, again, we've talked about a couple of levels of self-defense. We've talked about avoidance. If you actually see a bad situation, stay away from it.
What do we got?
Then we moved up to actually hitting the nose or whatever. Then there's other things you can do. The thing is, you can actually put someone in pain or whatever to say, okay, maybe it was a bad idea. So the basic thing is, if someone comes up and just tries to be threatening, the thing is, this is not that threatening, by the way. I know exactly where she is, and I know what I can do about this right now. The thing is like this. This person's grabbed me or whatever. I want to get their attention first. It's the same thing. We'll back up. We'll strike the nose or whatever. Then I got this. We can kick in the face and all these things, or we can actually drive her somewhere else. Thank you. And yes, she knew that was coming. So this one of those things, you know, you have to give her a bit of applause here with her because she is a good sport about being a victim. Okay, so here's the thing. You know, yeah, I could have struck her several different ways, whatever. Most people wonder about the basic karate chop or whatever. It's just a knife and blade to strike into it. So that's one of those things. Yes, I could have struck the person in the nose, whatever. Also look at the other soft tissue. Like I said, the human body is so easily damaged or whatever, it presents several targets for you. Anything in the throat area or whatever. The ribs, all these places are soft. So the basic strike into the throat or whatever, to disable someone or whatever. And there's a number of others. But here's the basic strike. Yeah, be safe. And you'll notice she has the pink glasses, so she's safe and stylish. It's that simple. Just strike forward and just disable someone. You can strike someone in the collarbone or whatever that's got you by the arm or whatever, and guess what? Their shoulder is not usable anymore. It actually comes loose. Okay? Now then.
But there's a roving one taking the crowd.
Just for the sake of entertainment or whatever, Ms. Hanson's going to step back and do one of our basic forms. Part of Taekwondo, we go through a series of moves because the thing is, repetition and practice is one of those things that actually has a skill set ready to deliver. And one of the things we do is a kata, or a series of moves against imaginary opponents.
Tell me what to do. Or just write her name on it?
Real hard. You take that.
Sweet deal,
Get
thank
together.
Okay? Very good. You'll notice that what she did, she moved through a series of strikes. She did blocks, she did attacks, whatever. These are a series of moves that actually just sort of builds this repetition into a skill set you can call on, whatever. So, I don't know what you noticed or not, one of the things she did was kick. So guess what? We've been doing things with hands, whatever. Everybody has feet. And guess what? Most people are stronger with their legs than they are with their arms. So guess what? If you really want to defend yourself, using your legs is a good thing as well. So Ms. Anthony, you being the nice young gal she is, whatever, is going to demonstrate a front kick like she did in her form there against the board.
Ages to sign our bill, right? Here goes. Kid's gonna do one with her foot.
Okay, guys, a low strike like that would probably get your attention, right? And that's one of those things. It's that simple. Sometimes someone comes up and grabs you, whatever. They may have captured your hands, whatever. Guess what? You still have feet. All these things can be used as weapons to defend yourself.
It's a pleasure meeting.
Yeah, most of the time you may not have a gun with you to actually defend yourself, so you have to use your hands and feet. Well, that's one of those things. Think self-defense. Think when you're out and around, whatever. If your subconscious tells you
Thanks, brother, man. That means a lot to us.
Start being ready to have an answer for these
a dollar's a dollar.
I've done stuff like this many times.
Okay.
Thanks, brother.
Another young lady, step back and do a series of moves, whatever. This is one of her forms, whatever. And notice she's actually the same thing. She's doing a practice set of skills to actually go through blocks, punches, and strikes, whatever, against multiple opponents.
MasterCard, Visa, debit cards, we take it all.
I just wanted to ask, what, you have to be present to win, or what?
Yes, sir. 1:30 or so.
I'll be here. Thanks.
But we can give you a T-shirt or a hat now or something.
From,
You're good. And there again, she's doing a series of movements, whatever. You'll notice she's blocking. She's moving in and spreading someone's hands apart. So someone coming into the bell grab, she knows it just by pure practice there that these things that she can call on to actually get someone's hands loose, whatever, break them apart, and strike. And she's safe as long as she gets away. And that's the other thing about self-defense, whatever. The thing is, someone comes up to attack you, whatever, you want to get loose from this person and get away and get help. Because most of the time, you have to understand that a single person attacking you is getting rarer and rarer. Most of the time when you actually getting attacked, whatever, it's not a single person. It's a couple of 2 or 3 people or whatever. So you have to understand to take this person out and get away and get help.
fellow made the feller here, his name was Jimmy Wayne.
Now then, like we were saying, whatever, about striking, whatever, moving away, this is what would, we practice in class, whatever, as far as doing this day.
Speaking different events, man, boy, it just tickles me. The First Amendment's no good without the Second Amendment back there.
The thing is,
I got mine. That's
saying
your
the
daughter
motion there
out
was just sort of simple. You just reach your hand between there.
I just wanted to make sure that when she interrupts, she ain't going to get abused or hurt by somebody.
Someone has actually come up and grabbed
And
and
I'm
laid
not
hands
worried at
on
all
you.
now.
Okay, now then,
I have every confidence that she walked out of
like I say,
Walmart.
we're from Corinth Taekwondo. Come on by and visit us if you need something. Have a question, come by and see us, whatever. Also,
there. At least
if you want to just come see our class, you want to talk self-defense, or you want a class offered or whatever. The funny thing about the way things are these days, we've taught self-defense classes at churches. We've actually went to different organizations or whatever. Because guess what? Everybody realizes there's a need for self-defense these days. And I'm more than happy to help out wherever I can to make sure that people are safe and being able to move on. And that's one of the things about being at this rally or whatever. I believe everyone should be able to defend themselves. You should have a skill set, you set of weapons, whatever it takes to defend yourself, because it's not a safer place than it used to be. So come by and see us, and we'll be glad to have you. Like I say, maximum mobility, we're on Harper Road.
Still a man.
One other thing.
Israel and United States, only two.
We have one T-shirt to give away. Some young person would like to come up here and grab this. You feel free to come see it. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
You too, brother. Thank you.